You can have it all. Great pay, awesome benefits, a flexible schedule, the chance to grow. At Cox, we're recruiting auto and diesel technicians to join our Mannheim and Fleet Services teams. If you're ready for a new job and want to experience an award-winning workplace, drive your career forward with us. Visit cox.career/autotech to learn more. That's cox.career/autotech.
The most wonderful time of the year. Although, let's be honest, around the holidays, things really add up. But here's the good news. Only at Verizon, you can get a single line for $50 per month when you switch and bring your phone. So, while ice skating for two is definitely costing more, here at Verizon, you can save. Gifts for your third cousins? Steep. A single line with Verizon? Not so steep. A real tree? Pricey. A single line with Verizon? Less pricey. Flights to see Mima and Pops? Those are up. A $50 per month single line? That's down. Even a trip to the Atlanta Holiday Market will cost you more. But with Verizon, you can switch and bring your phone for just $50 per month for a single line on unlimited welcome, with autopay plus taxes and fees. All this to say, during the holiday season, when everything is costing more, you can get more for less right now at a local Verizon store. $15 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G, 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
Celebrity voice impersonation not an endorsement. Why go to a single furniture store when you can go to Big Sandy Superstore? Shop and compare America's top 5 mattress brands, plus Nectar and Purple. And choose from over 22,000 in-stock appliances from the top brands at the guaranteed lowest price. Or furnish the room of your dreams with a large selection of American-built furniture. With financing plans for just about anyone, there's nowhere else quite like it. Big Sandy Superstore.
This is the smell of the leftover tuna fish sandwich you left in your lunchbox over the weekend in a wimpy trash bag.
Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy!
Blech! And this is the smell of that same sandwich in a hefty, ultra-strong trash bag.
Hefty, hefty, hefty!
Smell the difference? Hefty Ultra Strong has Arm & Hammer with continuous odor control, so no matter what's inside your trash, you can stay one step ahead of stinky. And for bigger jobs, try the superior strength of Hefty Large Black Bags.
Hello, good morning, angels, and welcome back to Morning Ray. I'm your host, Lan or Alana, and today's episode, as you can tell by the title, is all about being in your independent era, learning how to be independent, embracing it, learning how to love it, and yeah, and that's essentially what the episode is. Let's do a little life update. I've decided that I want to start doing bonus episodes on the last Friday of every month. It will be a big sis chat episode. So essentially, I'll ask you guys for questions on my Instagram at Alana Bloomberg and just answer those on the pod. I think it will be fun. I was discussing this months ago, but I'm finally getting around to doing it. We are doing the damn thing. So bonus episodes will be on the last Friday of every month. It may be a bit of a shorter episode. If you guys haven't listened to this month's bonus episode, go listen to that. It's just the episode before this, but I think it will be really fun and something more special because I know you guys want more episodes, so this is my little way of giving it to you. I've been obsessed with doing a weekly deep clean. I mean, I've only done it 2 weeks in a row now, but it truly has made the biggest difference. I used to do this all the time. I don't know why I fell out of this habit. Life just got really busy. I wasn't in the right headspace. And as we know, our spaces reflect our minds. And like our mind is reflected on our spaces. But I decided I was fed up with feeling shitty because of my space. And so I'm now trying to get into the habit of a weekly deep clean. It's very therapeutic. I'm also encouraging myself to do it by recording it and making a cute little TikTok out of it because I love watching cleaning videos, and Trin and Kaylee always do them and they're so aesthetically pleasing to watch. Sid also does them. So we're going to be doing that as well. I think it's fun and it's motivating and keeps me accountable for doing a thorough deep clean of my space. I will be doing that after I'm done recording this podcast episode. But weekly deep cleans, really recommend it. I recommend that you try it out and let me know how you feel. I really think it's just the ultimate way to feel a lot lighter, clearer minded, and it just feels good and you're taking care of your home. I've also been trying to have fun on weekdays again. For a while, I got in a rut of literally doing nothing social during the week unless it was work related until like Friday came along. Then I'd be social, and I noticed I was starting to feel a little lonely. I was getting in my head a lot. I was feeling a bit low. And so this week, I really went full headstrong into it, maybe a little too much. We're gonna reel it back a little bit. But just having fun on weekdays, making plans with friends in the evenings, going on dates, just being social and having fun and being young and taking advantage of living in the city. I live in downtown Toronto. Like, why am I not taking advantage of going out and having fun and trying foods and just like seeing friends and whatever, like during the weekdays? I can't remember whose podcast it was, but it's called Having Fun on Weekdays. So we're embracing this mentality, and it doesn't even have to necessarily be with someone. It can be independent as well. But to sway ourselves into today's episode, a little summary as to why I love being independent. I would classify myself as someone who is really independent. I live alone. I work for myself. I mean, if I didn't classify myself as independent, I think I would be slightly concerned with my perception of myself. But anyhow, nonetheless, I love being independent because it's something that is so freeing and fulfilling and empowering to know that you're able to do things on your own and to go out and run that errand or to walk up to the salesperson or whatever, to call whoever, just like to do things on my own without having to rely on someone else. Like if I need to drive somewhere, I know how to drive and I can do that. If I need to figure out something with like my finances with the bank or whatever, like I know how to do that on my own. I don't need to call dad or mom to go and do this for me. I don't know. I just think it's really like empowering and it boosts your self-esteem and gives you self-confidence. And it's really cool to be able to do things on your own. It also helps you get to know yourself on a deeper level. You have higher levels of self-awareness, which is always hot and attractive. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to have to rely on other people to do the things that I want to do and to live my life. I want to be able to choose whenever I want to do something and just do it. Like I don't want to have to wait for my best friend or my mom or my sister or whoever or my boyfriend to be able to do these things. Like I want to be able to go out on my own and figure it out myself or do whatever it is that I need to do. And lastly, like honestly, a benefit of being independent is it's hot. It's something that's attracted to other people and should be attracted to you. Like, I don't know. I don't want someone who is so dependent on other people. Like, to me, that just strikes as not being confident, as having low self-esteem, as not being self-sufficient. So I don't know. I think being independent is hot. I think it needs to be talked about more. And that's why I decided to discuss it on today's episode. So I'm sure you're wondering, or maybe you're not wondering. I don't know. But I hope you're wondering if you clicked on this episode. So how to be more independent. I think start with the little tasks. I know this is something that I did when I was younger. I was definitely someone who was more shy, and as a result, I was a little bit insecure and I had lower self-esteem. I would always be like outwardly confident, but like my self-esteem just wasn't really there. Start with the little tasks like running errands alone, grabbing food alone, going to your appointments alone, like your nail appointment or your doctor's appointment, dentist appointment, go to a workout class alone, do your workout alone, go on a run, a walk, whatever it may do. Like start with the little tasks and challenge yourself to maybe do like 1 or 2 things a day that are completely independent and you're not like getting the validation from other people as to whether or not you should be doing these things. Exposure therapy. I'm a firm believer that the more you do something, the easier it becomes to you and the more confident you'll get in doing whatever it is you're doing alone without the assistance of others. Exposure therapy is amazing. Well, I'm just calling it exposure therapy. I don't know if it technically is that, if we're going to the technicality of the term, but I guess you are exposing yourself to independence. When you do something independent more often, you have more proof as to 1, being able to do those things alone, and 2, that the outcome of doing those things alone will be positive. So that then will make you want to take more risks in trying other things independently and to encourage yourself to be more independent in other areas of your life. It's really easy to talk yourself out of doing something alone, like grabbing coffee or leaving your friends at the bar to go up to like the bar and ask for a drink or whatever, or to go to the washroom by yourself even, if you don't have any proof as to why this would be okay and why it would be okay. So the more opportunities you give to yourself to prove that things will be fine if I go and do this myself, the more likely you are going to continue to be independent in whatever you're doing. And I know this like can be super surface level and could be like, why does it really matter? Like that thought might come up. But I really think independence is overlooked, and a lot of us rely on other people more than we think we do. And it's important to build this skill set because not only is it important in your personal life, but it's also important in school, in your career, in relationships. Like you should be able to figure out things on your own in your job. Managers, employers, they love this. They love when you can figure out the problem by yourself. Like remember, I don't know if your teachers did this. A lot of my teachers did this, so I'm just going to assume. But remember in school when your teacher is like, if you can't figure it out on your own, then go ask a friend. If that friend can't figure it out, then ask another one and then come to me. Kind of like try to do that with everything in your life. Like apply that to your day-to-day tasks, apply that to work, school, even like your post-secondary education. Just apply that theory. Like try to figure out things on your own, and you'll realize if you give yourself the chance and the opportunity to try to figure out how to do something on your own, you'll realize that you most likely are capable of doing it. Google does exist. You can use Google. Like, you don't have to always rely on asking a million other people like how to do things or if you should be doing things. I feel like my list of things to buy, to do, activities that involve spending money is never ending around the holidays, making the idea of investing and saving and thinking about your future to be a little bit more challenging, a little bit more overwhelming. Acorns makes it easy to start automatically saving and investing for you, your kids, and your retirement, even during the holidays. You don't need to be an expert. Acorns will recommend a diversified portfolio that matches you. You don't need a ton of time. You can create your Acorns account and start automatically investing your money in just 5 minutes. You don't need to be rich. Acorns lets you get started with the spare money you've got right now. That could be $5 a day or even just your spare change. That's right, Acorns can round every purchase you make up to the dollar and automatically invest your spare change for you. And you can get bonus investments just for buying the stuff you need from the brands you love. I personally love Acorns. It's simplified the investment process, which can be overwhelming and intimidating, but it just makes it so simple, so easy, and something more accessible no matter how much money you have to invest. Head to acorns.com/Alana or download the Acorns app to start saving and investing for your future today. Paid non-client endorsement. Compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/Alana. I'm super excited about today's sponsor. They've sponsored the podcast before, and this is a topic I'm super passionate about. I fear that us as girls struggle with PMS far more than we should, and we really shouldn't. I truly get the worst PMS symptoms. My boobs are sensitive, my face breaks out, my sugar controllings are out of whack. I feel like I'm just a bottomless pit. My mood is not the vibe, and Estro Control has been super helpful in helping manage those PMS symptoms and making that time of the month a lot more enjoyable. Estro Control is a formula developed by Happy Mammoth, a supplement company dedicated to making women's lives easier. Say no more. Estro Control contains science-backed herbal extracts that help support hormonal health, especially if you are someone like myself who struggles with PMS. It was created to help women feel like themselves all month long and to not struggle with the feelings PMS can cause. For a limited time, you can get 15% off your entire first order at happymammoth.com. Just use the code Alana at checkout. That's happymammoth.com and use the code Alana for 15% off today.
You can have it all. Great pay, awesome benefits, a flexible schedule, the chance to grow. At Cox, we're recruiting auto and diesel technicians to join our Mannheim and Fleet Services teams. If you're ready for a new job and want to experience an award-winning workplace, drive your career forward with us. Visit cox.career/autotech to learn more. That's cox.career/autotech.
Or having them come and do it with you. In order to be more independent, show up as your highest self. Create this persona of someone who is super self-confident, independent, has high self-esteem. Think of how they would act, dress, talk, and hold themselves. Like, how would they speak to themselves? Would they be providing positive feedback and speaking positively and confidently about being able to do something by themselves? Or would they talk negatively and say, oh no, like, Alana, you can't do that. Like, you need to do that with Sam. Or like, I don't know, like just like negative self-talk. Practice showing up as that persona in any and all situations. The more you quote unquote embody this person or this persona, the sooner it will manifest into your natural instinct and way of acting or thinking. Think of this as a form of manifestation, a way of manifesting the type of person you want to be and show up as in your day-to-day life through pretending to be them. Like, you're almost acting and putting on a role for your life and just trying to be someone who is super self-confident, independent, and high self-esteem. I think the more you kind of pretend, like the fake it till you make it sort of situation, the sooner this will actualize into reality. It's pretty crazy. I feel like I've done this time and time again, especially when it comes to social events. Like, I've gotten used to going to influencer events and media events by myself. Sometimes I don't get a +1. Being super busy can make it really easy to fall into a dinner time recipe rut, or even with your lunches. Any meal, honestly, can get you into a rut, especially with a busy schedule this fall. You can keep mealtime exciting with over 40 recipes to choose from every single week, so there's always something delicious to discover with HelloFresh. It's truly a no-brainer. It does all the shopping and meal planning for you. Ingredients arrive at your doorstep, pre-proportioned and ready to cook, along with pictured step-by-step recipe cards. It's never been easier. I personally love HelloFresh as a way to get exposure to new recipes, make my life a bit easier as a busy 20-year-old in the city. And I love that it's worry-free, it's super easy, it's convenient, and gets delivered straight to my door. Go to hellofresh.com/50ray and use code 50ray for 50% off plus free shipping. That's hellofresh.com/50RAE and use code 50ray, 50RAE for 50% off plus free shipping. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit, and thank you for sponsoring today's episode of Morning Ray.
This is the smell of a warm 3-day-old egg salad sandwich in a wimpy trash bag.
Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy! Blech!
And this is the smell of that same sandwich in a hefty, ultra-strong trash bag with new Fabuloso lemon scent.
Hefty, hefty, hefty!
Smell the difference? When life gives you stinky, get Hefty Ultra Strong with new Fabuloso lemon scent. It smells like clean, freshly picked lemons. So no matter what's inside your trash, you can stop the stink and smell the lemon.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
And naturally, I'm someone who is more introverted and shy, but I've kind of tricked myself and tricked my mind into thinking that I'm this super confident, outgoing person who can walk into an event and introduce themselves to people and hold herself independently. So really show up as your highest self, create this persona as someone who is super self-confident, independent, and has high self-esteem. And I promise you, I guarantee you will start to feel this way naturally without second thought. Lastly, practice figuring things out on your own. I challenge you to try to make decisions and choices and to do things without consulting the opinions, validation, or help of others. Whether it be figuring out your finances, like figuring out how to pay your credit card bills or your rent, your utilities, figuring out how to do things like living alone, like figuring out groceries, how to clean your apartment, how to hire a contractor or like a repairman, like figure out how to do these things alone, or solving other problems in any aspect of your life. Maybe it's a problem at work, an issue with something at school, maybe a scheduling issue, like so many different things. Like try to figure out things on your own. Like stop seeking the external validation and help of others. Like I'm not saying it's a bad thing. You can for sure go and get help, but I think too much of any one thing is no good. By no longer seeking the external validation and help of others, you're learning to trust your own instincts, trust your gut instinct, your own opinions. You're teaching yourself that your opinions, thoughts, and abilities are valid and good enough and worthy. You really don't need to grab second opinions on everything. And I think I've spoken about this before, but just by trusting yourself and making decisions and doing things alone, you are going to fuel that self-confidence, that self-esteem, and you're going to feel like such a badass. Like, no joke, you are going to feel so good. You're going to feel so empowered. You're going to feel so free. And if you're single or even if you're in a relationship, like these are things that are so attractive to a potential partner or your partner. They don't want to have to feel like you depend on them for everything. Like they want to know that if they were to leave you, you would be okay. Like if they were going to go on a trip, like you could go off and do your own thing. If you're at a social event, they know that like if they're talking to their friends, they don't have to babysit you. Or even with your friends, like if you're going out with your friends somewhere to like a social event or a club or a party, knowing that they don't have to babysit you because you're independent, like that makes people want to be around you more, ironically. I don't know. Like that's just like what I've experienced. Like I would categorize myself as someone who's very independent, and I never would want someone to feel like they have to babysit me or handhold me or coddle me. Like I want to be able to do things on my own. I don't want to have to wait for someone to help me. I don't want to have to get the validation of someone's opinion every single time I'm trying to make a decision. I mean, we're all entitled to our own opinions, and maybe that's not the way that you want to go about your life, but I think there's something so powerful and so rewarding in being independent and being comfortable with being alone and being comfortable with being single and being comfortable with living alone and experiencing these things, especially as young adults. So I encourage you to go out and encourage yourself to be more independent. Maybe this is something you already do, so props to you. But if this is something that you're realizing, okay, Lana, like maybe I could be working on this, like maybe this is something I could work towards, maybe this is my next goal for myself, then I give you all the power to go out and do that and experiment and challenge yourself and get comfortable with the uncomfortable. I promise you, once you learn how to be independent and once you're confident in being independent, doors are going to open. You're going to feel so empowered, so light, so free, so confident in yourself. You're going to really know yourself. It's hot to be independent. So I know this episode's a little short and sweet, but I thought it would be a really good topic to talk about. If you like this episode, make sure to leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, because that's how you can help support the pod. I love you guys so much, and we'll chat soon. Bye, guys.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details. With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
You can have it all. Great pay, awesome benefits, a flexible schedule, the chance to grow. At Cox, we're recruiting auto and diesel technicians to join our Mannheim and Fleet Services teams. If you're ready for a new job and want to experience an award-winning workplace, drive your career forward with us. Visit cox.career/autotech to learn more. That's cox.career/autotech.
The most wonderful time of the year. Although, let's be honest, around the holidays, things really add up. But here's the good news. Only at Verizon, you can get a single line for $50 per month when you switch and bring your phone. So while ice skating for two is definitely costing more, here at Verizon, you can save. Gifts for your third cousins? Steep. A single line with Verizon? Not so steep. A real tree? Pricey. A single line with Verizon? Less pricey. Flights to see Mima and Pops? Those are up. A $50 per month single line? That's down. Even a trip to the Atlanta Holiday Market will cost you more. But with Verizon, you can switch and bring your phone for just $50 per month for a single line on unlimited welcome, with autopay plus taxes and fees. All this to say, during the holiday season, when everything is costing more, you can get more for less right now at a local Verizon store. $15 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G, 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.